Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus for the Sony PlayStation 2 again. We now have all 7 treasure keys for Muggshot's turf after going to the dog track and having a back alley heist in the last video. So now we need to use all the treasure keys that we now have in order to get to Muggshot. Since the last video, I have gone back to prowling the grounds, and I have gotten my charms back to gold level, and I've gotten a few extra lives because I ended with a silver one last time. So let's go ahead and get rid of those 2 dogs, and then get to these locks and reveal that switch. Now that we have the switch revealed, we can hit it to open up this door. Might as well go ahead and enter it, and once we do, we will have a cutscene.
About some big mysterious dude running around cracking skulls and this is it? You're the monkey wrench in my operation? Some scrawny rat with a stick. Hey, wait a second. I seen that stick before.
Maybe when my father knocked your block off with it.
Your father? Wow. You're a Cooper? You know, that Thievius Raccoonus had a lot of nice pictures, but way too many big words.
So you don't mind just handing it over?
What? What, are you kidding? You break into my place, steal my stuff, trash the joint. I feel transgressed and violated. Let's rock.
And as soon as we start this boss battle, we need to run. And we need to avoid getting shot, or else that will happen. Great, I lost one of my hits already. What you need to do... Are you kidding me? What you need to do is hit all the mirrors here. I can't even do this and explain things at the same time. Death count is 1. So what we need to do is hit all the mirrors here. That way we light up these little crystals here. Once we light them all up,
My beautiful gun is destroyed. Good thing I got a spare upstairs.
we burn Muggshot with sunlight, and then we go to the next level. Now here we do have to move around very, very strategically and very carefully so as not to get shot again. I don't know how I avoided that. I just know that I did. And there should be one more. And now for the third part, which is a little different from the first 2. What you want to do, hide behind a mirror, wait for Muggshot to shoot, then hit the mirror. So far, so good. If a mirror is pointed at Muggshot when he shoots it, it gets knocked back to its original position, and you don't want that. And I am making this look a lot easier than it is.
This is impossible. A little pipsqueak like you beating a big, strong bruiser like me? It ain't right. You want all of that stupid picture book? You're gonna have to go down to Haiti and cross paths with Miss Ruby. And then believe you me, you don't want to be you.
Muggshot section of the Thievius Raccoonus contained an entry from my gunslinging ancestor, Tennessee Kid Cooper. His specialty was the rail walk and rail slide, moves perfected through a lifetime of theft in the Old West. Getting out of town proved to be a little more challenging than getting in. Having just missed us, Inspector Fox went for the next best thing and dragged that canine steroid case off to jail. That was the end of Muggshot's gambling empire, and Mesa City's citizens soon returned home. While me and the boys, well, we enjoyed the rest of our stay in America, and then returned to Paris, ready for our next mission.
And we have beaten Muggshot on the second try. Reason I had a running death count was because if you die, I think 4 or 5 times against Muggshot, you get a silver charm when you start the battle over. And if you die at any point in the battle, you're going all the way back to the first phase no matter what. If you keep dying even more after you get the silver charm, your silver charm becomes a gold charm. So the game basically gives you a pity charm if you die enough times. And upgrades it to gold status if you keep dying. I died quite a few times the first time I faced Muggshot during the first Let's Play. And this time around, it only took me 2 attempts because I pretty much knew what to do this time around. I really had a better idea of how to avoid the bullets. Last time, not so much. Anyway, let's see what our next place to go to is.
I figured out a way to get us to Haiti.
Well, we can go to Haiti, but we can also check out what Bentley's doing. And apparently he's playing a game on a PS1. The compact model with the little monitor that you can connect directly to it. Wish I had one of those. I thought this was really cool back in the day.
I figured out a way to get us to Haiti.
And we might as well go to Haiti. I think. Do I want to? Well, I have plenty of time, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back to Tide of Terror. And I'm going to go back to Prowling the Grounds. Reason I'm doing that is to get the charm. I would like to have a charm. If I can get a gold one, that'd be really neat, but that would take multiple attempts. So I'm just going to go ahead and use the time that I have to go back, get the things that I need, and then I can go back to Haiti with 2 hits. That's the plan anyway. I wish I knew where I could find the second charm. It'd be neat if I knew where I could find that. Because if I could, I would definitely be using that. I would definitely be making use of that second charm and using it to just get everything that I need in one trip. And I don't think I'm going to be doing it here. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to be doing it here because I can't find a charm over there. So it looks like I'm going to have to look around even further just to get what I need. And I almost did not see that star coming. I can, however, see this life and get it. If only I could get another charm, but it looks like I'm going to have to save the game just to get back everything, or rather to keep everything that I just got. And then I can go forward all over again. Since I'm here, I might as well just go ahead and show what I mentioned earlier in the Let's Play in action. Just get what you need, save the game, reload the game, and then you can get everything again. So, the 4 extra lives that I picked up, we can get those again. The charm that I saw, we can get that again too. And of course, we can also get a bunch of coins as we do this. And now I finally have my gold charm, but I might as well do some smashing around a bit, just so I can show off what you can do here. And there is another extra life. Let's go ahead and get him out of the way. Go ahead and get this again. And now we can just go off to the tower, get the extra life that's up there, and then we can just head back to the hideout. Thankfully, going back to the hideout is really simple. You can just pause the game and then select the option that lets you do it. Like so. And I believe if you go back to the hideout, that's automatically a game save. It is indeed a game save.
I figured out a way to get us to Haiti.
Now we can go to Haiti. Begin cutscene.
The third member of the Fiendish Five was the infamous voodoo priestess, Ms. Ruby. Born into a family of mystics, other children found her scary. Teaching herself to summon the undead provided what few friends she had. A career in crime allowed an adult Ms. Ruby to punish the world for fearing her as a child. Chief mystic for the Fiendish Five, her powers allowed them to break both the laws of man and nature at the same time. Yet despite the whirlwind success of her youth, she managed to slip into obscurity. Last known sightings claim she headed out of civilization and deep into the Haitian jungle.
And now that we have the second part of the Thievius Raccoonus, it's time to go out and look for the third. Unfortunately, that means we have to go through a swamp and beat up a few mosquitoes.
Sorry, Sly, but this is one mission you will have to accomplish without me.
You don't believe in ghosts, do you?
Sure I do. My scanners have picked up verifiable paranormal activity. But that's not the problem. This swamp is oozing with disgusting mold and bacteria.
Suck it up, Bentley. We got work to do.
All right, then. Don't forget to use the new move you learned from Muggshot section of the Thievius Raccoonus.
You mean the raccoon rail walk?
The roots and vines around here are perfect for that. All you gotta do is
Jump and hit the circle button.
especially where you see the bark has been worn away, and where it's super slick from icky slime and moss, you'll rail slide like a skater grinding pipe.
I'm liking it.
And so we learn how to use the rail slide. If you see anything like this, if you see anything that looks like a thin platform you can walk on, you can just jump up to it and press circle once you're near it, kind of like the spire jump. And you can use the left stick or D-pad to walk across it. While we're here... Wow. Good thing I had the water safety. While we're here, we also need to look behind this. I guess it's some sort of tiki torch for an easy to miss clue bottle. And there'll be another one here. Now, some of these you can slide on, and you'll be able to tell just by standing on them, while other ones you will have to walk across. And you want to watch out in certain areas because spiders will show up. You need to hit them with your cane too. Thankfully, unlike the mosquitoes, you don't have to be in the air to hit them. And sometimes two may show up. Now let's go ahead and trigger the checkpoint. And we need to hit these mosquitoes one at a time, because they will suck your blood and they will take one of your charms away. And before I do anything else, I do want to strike that. I almost forgot about that note bottle. I almost forgot about that clue bottle. And you want to watch where you're going as you go through here. If you don't have water safety, you definitely want to get it before you get to this world, because it will definitely come in handy. Water safety is in one of the vaults in Muggshot's world, so you definitely have no excuse not to get it at this point. And this thing takes multiple hits. Strike it once, then you'll have to strike the head and the body to get rid of both once and for all. And after some more rail walking, we can get over here. We got two of these things now. You want to deal with them one at a time. As soon as you strike one of them, just keep swinging the cane as you approach it. That way you won't get taken aback. And you want to look around, because this bottle is also easy to miss. I'm pretty sure all the bottles here can be easy to miss, but the one that's here in particular, you can miss it. And don't forget, you have to get on this platform and land right here. Thankfully, there is a checkpoint. Now we need to get past this guy. Wait for him to raise the flashlight, then make your move. And then you can smack him around. Don't forget to go over here for a clue bottle. And you can smash these things for coins as well.
That's Miss Ruby's lair. To get in, you'll need that key on top of the tiki pedestal in the guard compound. There's a bad mojo force field protecting it, so you'll have to destroy all 5 of the purple candles surrounding it.
No problem.
Don't get cocky or you'll end up with your head shrunk to the size of a pea. You've got to get past those voodoo guards, and I'm warning you, they're mean and they work like a team.
So do we, buddy.
So we need to destroy the candles to get rid of the bad mojo force field. So that way we can get the treasure key and get out of here. There are also... Do I have everything? Yeah, I have all the clue bottles so far. So the last 4 are going to be here. We want to break those, but we also want to get rid of all these guys too. I mean, you can sneak past them if you want, but it's easier to sneak up behind them and hit them. You definitely don't want to get caught by a flashlight. Otherwise, all these guys will chase after you, and you're going to have a bad time. There's one of the candles. I just struck it with my cane. And I think this guy is the... Nope, there's one more. I believe there's 5 or 6 guards in this area. Taking them all out can really help. And thankfully, looking around for the clue bottles here, pretty easy to do. You just need to be able to look for them. Oh, and speaking of which, the last one is right here on the way to the exit. This one is also pretty easy to miss, especially if you're not paying attention.
You've done it! The mojo force field is down, and you can steal the key!
Before we do that, though, I want to go to the vault and smash a jar. By the way, I did this in the practice run. I didn't expect to do it here, so I might as well mention it now. It is possible to beat up an enemy and get an extra life. I didn't do that at all the first time I played through this game. I don't think. I don't expect to do it here either, but I did do it during the practice run for this level, and the odds of beating up an enemy and getting an extra life from them instead of coins is really, really slim. So keep that in mind. You're better off just collecting coins and finding the lives where you can anyway. Anyway, let's go to the vault.
Press the circle to enter the vault code. If I did my math right, and I always do my math right, then the combination has got to be 588.
Bentley says that in the sequel as well. In Slide 2 he does. I don't think he says it in Slide 3. Speaking of Slide 2, is creeping out, being creeped out by the supernatural, as well as not wanting to deal with dirty green swamp water. Yeah, he'll be changing his tune, especially since he goes to a graveyard in the second game and deals with a bunch of spirits. Thankfully, I played that game, so I don't really have to explain it all that much. Anyway, let's just get this thing, shall we?
Electrified! Kelly McCooper's notes on how to harness the electromagnetic field created by a rolling raccoon. Now your raccoon roll move will really pack a punch. Plus, it should give you a nice tingling sensation.
So we now have an upgrade to the roll move, amazingly. And we already have it selected. The roll produces an electric force field, which means you can actually damage enemies with the roll now. You definitely want this for the Master Thief sprints, because being able to damage enemies with the roll can save you a bunch of time. Anyway, let's get that key and get out of here. And getting out of here is just as simple as going up to this door and using the treasure key that we just found. And now we are inside the swamp itself.
My paranormal scanner is maxing out on that structure.
A reading like that could only be coming off Ms. Ruby herself.
I think you're right, Sly. If you want to crack at Ms. Ruby, you're going to have to find a way inside that skull temple.
So we now have a goal as to where to go as far as this chapter of the game is concerned. And once we slide down to the other end of this, we're going to get some dialogue. Looks like Ms. Ruby, whose sign we saw at the dog track, hence why I mentioned it in the previous video, she is now going to use spirits of the dead to take over the world. Why she's doing this, never really explained beyond what we learned about her in the opening cutscene from when we entered this chapter. But we have a good idea of who we're going after. We've completed one of the levels in this chapter already, and it looks like we're going to have to, complete even more of these levels And we'll have to do that in the next video. So join me next time. Let me go ahead and save my game first. Just because, I guess. Or maybe I don't have to. Maybe I don't have to. Join me next time, where we take on 2 more chapters. 2 more chapters. 2 more levels of the 3rd chapter of the game. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!